Whether it's a huge thick concrete slab or an old tarmac drive, removing it can be a real challenge. This is of course if you haven't got one of these. These are heavy breakers and you can hire them from Speedy, the UK's #1 hire company.
Couple of good things to remember when hiring from Speedy: all our hire equipment is checked, tested, cleaned and serviced before every hire and will all come ready to go. You'll also notice a folder attached to your hire product. These are the safety and operating instructions. Please make sure you read these before you begin your job.
Breakers are fantastic bits of kit and can make light work out of demolition. These breakers in front of me are classed as heavy breakers and they are perfect for breaking up things like old asphalt driveways or a thick concrete pad, or even compacting hardcore or sand. No matter what the job, it's really important that before you use this breaker that you are wearing the correct PPE. Eye protection, gloves, hearing protection, a dust mask and safety boots are essential before using this breaker, and any PPE you do require can be purchased from Speedy. When you receive your breaker, it will come with a selection of attachments. Attachments can come in all shapes and sizes like these in front of me. Whatever you end up using, just make sure they're compatible with the breaker and fit for purpose. If you're ever unsure, just speak to Speedy as we're always happy to help and advise. Installing one of these attachments could not be easier. Simply lie the breaker on the floor and pull the attachment bar up towards you, then insert your attachment with the flat part facing up. Then simply push the bar down to lock the attachment in place. This bar is really stiff, so you may need to use your foot to lock it into position. Some of our smaller heavy breakers won't have an attachment bar. To fit an attachment to these, you will simply need to push the attachment into the end of the breaker. Then to remove it, slide the collar up and pull the attachment out. Whichever breaker you use, always make sure that when making any adjustments or changing the attachments that the breaker is unplugged.
Any mains powered equipment that you hire from Speedy can come with one of 3 different plugs. A UK standard domestic plug that can be plugged into any household socket, a yellow 110 volt plug that will require a transformer, or a blue 240 volt plug that will require an RCD unit. But don't worry, whatever you require, your Speedy Service Centre will provide you with everything you need to power up your equipment. And no matter the shape or size of your transformer or RCD unit, plugging it in will be exactly the same. Simply lift the flap and push in the plug.
When your breaker is plugged in and your attachment is locked in place, it's ready to go. To operate the breaker, just squeeze the trigger, but remember to keep a firm grip as this breaker is really powerful. And finally, on every piece of Hilti equipment you hire from Speedy, you will find a service indication light with a spanner icon alongside it. If this light comes on, it's really important that you stop using the equipment as there could be a fault with it. If this happens, call your Speedy Service Centre and we'll get it sorted for you.
If you have any issues with any of the products you hire from Speedy, just give your local service centre a call, as we are always available to help, and remember to always check the safety and operating guidance before you use any hire product.